Sports presents Chicago White Sox baseball. This afternoon, it's the Pittsburgh Pirates of Gene Lamont versus the Big Hurt Frank Thomas, Albert Bell, and the Chicago White Sox. Hi, everybody. Welcome to Sarasota with Tom Paciorek. I'm Ken Harrelson as we get set to bring you this afternoon's game between the Buccos and the Sox, but that certainly is not the storyline. Last night, a very tough blow dealt to the Sox. Wimpy, Robin Ventura.
Yeah, that's right. Robin Ventura is going to be out for a long time, Hawk. We really don't know just how long at this point in time. But when you break your leg, certainly the season will try to be salvaged, I guess, at the end. A lot of guys are really going to have to cinch it up another notch. Sox have a lot of talent, though, and must compensate for a very tough loss.
And it'll be Chris Snopek. He'll be jumping in there at third base to try to solve that problem. So this afternoon, Jamie Navarro against the Pirates. And we'll be back with the rest of the starting lineups right after this.
Chicago White Sox baseball on WGN. Brought to you by Miller Genuine Draft. Reminds you it's time for a good old...
Back to Ed Smith Stadium in Sarasota, Florida, and what new on an absolutely perfect afternoon for baseball. It's the White Sox against the Pittsburgh Pirates. Sox are on the field. So far in the spring, the White Sox are 9-14, the Pirates 9-12. And here's Gene Lamont's starting lineup for this afternoon. Leading off at second base, Tony Womack. Jeremy Allensworth is in center field. He'll hit second. Al Martin, who batted 300 last year, is the third up hitter. He'll play left field. Mark Johnson, the cleanup man, 23 RBIs already on the spring. He'll play first base. Kevin Elster, late of the Texas Rangers, is at shortstop in the fifth spot, followed by the DH, Trey Beeman. Jose Guillen, no relation to Ozzie, is in right field. He'll bat seventh. Hitting eighth at third, Joe Randa. And bringing up the rear behind the plate, Angelo Encarnacion. That's nice. And here's the White Sox defense brought to you by Coca-Cola. Albert Bell in left field. Dave Martinez in center. Tony Phillips is in right field. The infield of Chris Snopek at third. Paco Martin gets a shot at shortstop. Ray Durham at second. And the Big Hurt, Frank Thomas, at first base. Officer Ron Karkovice behind the plate. And Jamie Navarro on the mound. Jamie last year with the Cubs was 15-12, 3.92 earned run average, the ace of their staff. 158 strikeouts to go with 72 walks. He worked 236 and 2/3 innings. On the spring, he's 1-1 with a 4.79 earned run average in 5 starts. Jamie, this is the third time we've gotten him this spring. He's given up 26 hits in 20 and 2/3 innings, just 5 walks, so his control's been good with 11 strikeouts. He's been working on his split finger pitch. So we are just about ready for some baseball. Here's the Hawkaroo.
All right, Wimpy, thank you. And indeed, once again, good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to Chicago White Sox baseball right here over WGN Sports as Tony Womack will lead it off. First pitch, fastball up high. 340 down each line here at Ed Smith Stadium, 375 in the gaps, 400 straightaway center field as you look at the numbers on Womack having himself a fine spring. That ball high in the right field. Tony Phillips giving ground. That wind is going to be helping all fly balls, and he has to reach over the shoulder to haul that one down. Wind blowing briskly out to left center field.
That's the first time we've seen that this spring. Usually the wind is blowing in from left. One of the reasons why the Sox power numbers are down this spring.
That'll bring up the center fielder, Jermaine Allensworth, hitting at 244 in the spring. Last year in limited duty with the Pirates at 261, 4 homers, and knocked in 31. But once again, the big story from Sarasota is Robin Ventura, in case you did not hear. Broke his leg and dislocated his ankle last evening, sliding home against the Boston Red Sox. And Robin is expected to be out close to 4 months. So Chris Snopek, in my opinion, Wimpy, I think he's up to the task.
Well, I certainly hope so. He's having a great spring. Chris swinging the bat very well. We know he's a very talented defensive player.
That's off the end of the bat. A little nudge towards second. That's out number 2.
Okay. All right, Hawkster, you've had a similar break than Robin Ventura. Is that
same thing?
Is that too positive of an analysis that we're going with right now? Or do you think he's exactly the same thing? How long did it take you to get back?
Well, yeah, but the rehab treatments today are entirely different than when I was. Mine happened in 1970, so you're talking about 27 years ago. Just mine was on March 19th. This was yesterday, March 21st for Robin. So you're talking about 27 years. And the methods in sports medicine today are so far advanced, it wouldn't surprise me at all. I think he'll be back for the stretch run, and I think it might be just a terrific pickup at that particular time for the Sox.
Wow.
Al Martin in the center field. Dave Martinez in a very quick 1-2-3 inning for Jamie Navarro. After half inning of play, it's the Pirates nothing, and the good guys coming up.
It has Tony Phillips in right field, Dave Martinez in center, Frank Thomas at first base. The middle third features Albert Bell in left field, Harold Baines is the DH, and Chris Snopek at third. Bottom third has Ray Durham playing second, Ron Karkovice behind the plate, and Paco Martin at shortstop.
And Tony Phillips will lead it off. Tony last year a .277 hitter, 12 homers, 63 knocked in, and some people were talking this morning about an option of possibly playing Tony Phillips at third base. Of course, Tony has played all positions. He has played a lot of third base. And there's a line drive right at Al Martin in left field. So one pitch went out. John Lieber on the hill for the Pirates, 26-year-old. Right-hander.
And a look at the Pirate defense. Martin, Allensworth, and Guillen in the outfield. Randa, Elster, Womack, and Johnson are the infielders. Encarnacion and John Lieber, the battery this afternoon. Lieber was 9-5 last year, .399 earned run average for the Pirates. So he did a nice job for him. Good control, just 28 walks, go with 94 strikeouts in 142 innings.
Here's David Martinez hitting at .220, a homer, 2 RBIs on the spring. And he takes ball one. So Lieber out of Birmingham, Alabama. But you know, there are a lot of other possibilities that certainly Ron Schuler and his staff will have to come up with. As I said earlier, Wimpy, myself, my opinion, I like the idea if you have to go with somebody other than Robin Ventura, who's going to be out for a while, I like Chris Snopek.
I like Snopek too. And also, we mentioned Tony Phillips and the possibility of getting a lot more playing time for some other people too. So it's a lot of opportunities are going to be born because of this situation.
Well, the only thing that's a negative as far as, in my opinion, Chris goes to a degree as far as he's concerned is the fact that we're going to see so many right-handed pitchers.
True.
And that will make it a little bit more difficult for him offensively, rather than seeing those same right-handers, whether Robin was in there or not, where Robin, you know, obviously would have more success from the left side of the plate.
And let's not forget Robin, a 4-time Gold Glove winner. One really great defense player that we have.
That ball into left center field. There's Jermaine Allensworth. Makes the catch. Well, there's a man who certainly can relate to the injury. Chad Kreuter. Chad with a terrible shoulder break last year. That'll bring up Frank Thomas. Hurt hitting at .349 last year. 40 homers, 134 knocked in. There is spring training numbers as he takes strike one. Boy, that wind is just howling now out towards left. Anything up in the air with anything on it, you can put it on the board.
Yeah. Well, every other game that we've seen here, the wind's blowing straight in from left field, taking a lot of homers away from our right-handed hitters.
That's foul back. So the count 1-2. In fact, I moved my car when I first got here. I saw those flags blowing out. And I parked it right over the behind the right field fence, and I just pulled it all around the other side of the ballpark. Too many windows have been broken this spring.
That's
Big
for
Bob.
Sure. Yeah.
There's a shot right at Allensworth. He's there, hauls it down in a 1-2-3 inning for John Lieber, and after one, no score. Johnson, Kevin Elster, and Trey Beeman for the Pirates to face the right-hander Jamie Navarro. Jamie making his 6th start of the spring. 1-1 record, 4.79 ERA. Boy, what a spring Mark Johnson is having. Hitting at .453, 6 homers, and he's knocked in 23.
That's good.
Yes, it is.
Is he that good?
Took that pitch nicely in the count 1-0. Now, the Pirates certainly in a situation and talking with Pete Vukovich, pitching coach prior to the game. I'll tell you, they're going to have some fun over there this year.
Yes.
Yeah, to how many ball games they can win, nobody knows. But who's to say they can't? As you brought up a good analogy, back in 1990, nobody expected the White Sox to go out and win 92 ball games either.
That's right. And what a fun team they were to be around.
Awesome.
My funnest team.
Gene Lamont. Yeah, they'll have some fun in Pittsburgh this year. There'll be a lot of instructing and teaching going on.
Yeah.
Ground ball. Not, didn't get his skirt down underneath the glove of Ray Durham, so Johnson aboard. That'll be an error on Ray Durham.
The shortstop, number 10.
Well, you don't want to see a whole lot of this. Ray tried to circle this one instead of just getting in front of it and blocking it. He had plenty of time to get Johnson. As you watch him right here circling it and trying to make the play one-handed. He picked his glove up way early. Boy, his head was moving too forward. That was not good fielding position.
And you don't get that fanny down.
No, that's right. Fanny up.
You catch a bad angle. As Kevin Elster hitting at 282 on the spring, a homer. He's knocked in 5, takes ball 1.
Isn't it amazing when your head moves and the fanny doesn't stay down, you can't hit, you can't catch the ball?
You should know.
Yes. I had a lot more to get down than anybody
exactly
else.
Right. It's one reason your ankles and your legs are so strong. There's a strike. And a reminder, the White Sox home opener is Friday, April 4th at 1:05 against Buddy Bell's Detroit Tigers, and all fans in attendance will receive 1997 magnetic Sox schedules courtesy of Coca-Cola. Tickets are on sale at the Comiskey Park box office or call Ticketmaster at 312-831-1-SOX. Checks it up. Strike is called, and the count 1-2. Still tickets available for the April 4th home opener against the Tigers. Sox, of course, will open up the season April 1st and 2nd at Toronto. Off day on the 3rd. Get back and see all our. I miss them. Our buddies at Comiskey Park with the Bertucci boys.
Bertucci rib stand coming up.
I know.
That's all I've been thinking about since I found out.
Espo.
Yeah.
And Esposito. All the guys. And all the girls. Roy Rivas and his staff. Bobby DeVoy. What would we do without Bobby DeVoy?
Nothing.
Nothing. That's right. Two balls, 2 strikes to Kevin Elster. No score here in the top of the 2nd if you're just tuning in. Yes, he's gone.
So that's some good heat right there by Navarro, because that's where Elster is most dangerous. He was a high ball hitter, good high fastball hitter last year for the Rangers when he drove in 99 runs, 24 homers. Not too shabby a year for a shortstop. But Jamie just blows him away upstairs.
So 1 out and 1 on to the DH Trey Beeman. Last year at Calgary, Trey hit 288, 5 homers, and knocked in 52. I think somewhat of a tough spring, hitting at 182. No homers and no ribbies.
That's not a hard 182 either.
No, he's just 23. Outfield shading him slightly to the left. 1-0 the count. Pretty good rip right there. Just a bit tardy. Fouls it back. So Trey Beeman out of Dallas, Texas. Youngster, 6 feet tall, 192 pounds. There goes the runner, Mark Johnson. And the count hangs at 1-2. Beeman was All-American in baseball in the senior and high school and All-State for 3 years. He got some pretty good credentials. One of the things that you notice, though, about a lot of young players, whether it be coming out of high school or college, is a little extra movement just as they start to swing with the hands, which is not conducive to making consistently hard contact. And it's hard to explain. It's hard to define what that movement is because it varies from hitter to hitter. But you see it so often with young players. Now, some of them eventually grow out of that to whereas they have a good setup with the hands, and others, well, they don't. And the ones that don't, as a rule, don't make it.
Yeah, I don't like a lot of college players in particular. There's a little looper. Oh, that's going to fall. That was perfect. You couldn't throw that ball out there any better than that. Yeah, you see some of that, Hawk, the late movement, but then you see all the hitters with their hands real close to their body and not far enough back. And I think that's the aluminum bat. And a lot of people are teaching that way in college and high school, and I just don't agree with it. I think a splitter right there.
I tell you, I don't think there's any question it's the bat, the aluminum bat.
Yeah.
If you can do things with that bat you certainly cannot do with wood, and consequently at the high school level and the college level they're being taught how to use the aluminum bat rather than a wood bat. As Navarro's got it, goes to second base, high throw, but Paco was off the bag, they say. So that'll load him up. Second error of the inning. And there's just one out.
The third baseman, number 16, Joe Randa.
Well, you want to make sure of one. And Jamie, that high throw, as you can see, Paco really wasn't even close to the bag. So that's a good call by the umpire.
Here's former Kansas City infielder Joe Randa, the third baseman this afternoon for Pittsburgh. Joe hitting at .268 on the spring, no homers. He's knocked in 4.
Yeah, you watch a lot of high school and college hitters. They're dead still, and all of a sudden, right at the last moment, they go after it in almost a panic state instead of easing into it with movement throughout in their setting up. That's one thing that's really gotten lost, I think, over the last few years from an amateur standpoint.
Well, they can do that with a 31-ounce aluminum bat, which a lot of them use. There's a base hit in the right field. Here comes Johnson. Here comes Beeman. He'll score with Guillen into third, and it's 2-0 Pirates.
The catcher, number 2.
Joe Randa hit over 300 last year for Kansas City. Does a nice job on this pitch. Breaking ball outer half, and he just goes with it. Good solid shot to right field. So the 2 errors come up to bite Jamie Navarro here in the second inning.
That'll bring up the catcher, just 23 years old, Angelo Encarnacion. At Calgary last year, hit .319, 4 homers. He knocked in 31. Hitting at .214 on the spring. Yeah, you can do some things that with an aluminum bat that you cannot do with a wood bat because of the weight, and also the bigger hitting zone in the hitting area, I should say, in the aluminum bat versus the wooden bat. There goes a runner. There's a high chopper. Navarro over to first base. They get Encarnacion. That's out number 2.
And what it's done, too, is turned a lot of high school and college hitters into breaking ball hitters because that's all the pitchers are throwing nowadays. And you watch a high school game now, and really, that's all you see. You know, 2-1, 3-1 count. They're throwing off-speed pitches. So the hitters aren't really prepared for that professional fastball that they're going to see.
Here's Tony Womack. Tony fly to Tony Phillips. Breaking ball high. So Sox now with 37 players still in camp, and spring training winding down as just waves at that one. That evens the count at 1. Up until yesterday, it appeared that probably things were going to go just about the way you would suppose they would. Now, all of a sudden, with the injury to Ventura, throws a different wrinkle into that concept. Here's fastball strike. And the count 1-2. Karkovice wants to have a little chat with Janney.
Well, one thing that wasn't mentioned was a possible trade for a guy who could play over there. And I don't really think that's a possibility.
I don't either. No, not when you've got a good-looking young player like Snopek.
Yeah.
You also have Greg Norton.
Norton, you're right.
Yeah, too much talent, too many options to be, in my opinion, to be thinking about making a deal. Fouls that one back. The only time I think that you would, with a White Sox ball club status quo the way it is, would be thinking about making a deal would be for another pitcher.
Yeah.
You're always going to make that deal.
That's right. And well, yeah, but everybody's got a shortage of pitchers, and how many good ones are out there available?
Ball hit hard. Backhanded nicely by Durham. Sets up over the top to Big Frank, and it'll retire the side. But a couple of unearned runs, and after an inning and a half, it's 2-0 Pittsburgh.
Hey, White Sox fans, don't miss out on a fine day for your Chicago.
Baines and Snopek. Albert hitting at 240 on the spring. Last year hit 311, 48 long ones, and 148 knocked in. As he takes strike one from John Lieber. The Sox have played 24 spring games. And what would be the over and under on home runs by Thomas and Bell? It being at 0.
Not good.
Breaking ball.
Ooh.
And before we show you our picks to click this afternoon, you at home select yours.
Yeah, they've only got 12 RBIs between the two of them so far, but, you know, maybe they're working on something. I think they're working on something.
What?
Discipline at the plate, looking at the ball.
I'll tell you, one of the greatest stories involved a White Sox hitter
Yeah.
that I ever saw or heard of in my whole career was Richie Allen, Dick Allen. He would not swing the bat till he had 2 strikes on
Yeah.
him.
He was good, too.
Yeah, you don't think that takes a lot of discipline, especially when you're facing somebody out there tough.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. You want to get out of there as soon as possible.
That's right. Hit pitch number 1. He grabs the bench.
Yeah, but, you know, a lot of times, I bet you, because as good as he was, he probably got 2-0 a lot. And 3-1.
You think so? Win?
Yeah.
Pitch popped up right side. Tony Womack, and that's out number 1. And let's check out our picks to click this afternoon, brought to you by Montgomery Ward's Electric Avenue. Skip Ellison, our producer director crew, went with Snopek. Lippy going with the gentleman at the plate right now. The Hawkeroos going with Paco.
Paco's always a good pick.
And pitch off the plate. Harrell last year, 311, 22 homers, and 95 knocked in. Chops that one foul.
Yeah, in Robin's absence, of course, Robin's numbers were great, but you'd like to see Harold produce the same numbers he had last year, along with Frank and Albert, and that'll go a long way to
what? Winning?
To winning, and of course, and relieve a little bit of the missing of Robin Ventura. Everybody play the way they can. Nothing spectacular, just up to the level you did last year. You did it already, so that could be an average year.
Are you done?
Yeah.
The ball hit into center field deep. Ellsworth back, and it's off the center field fence. Harrell on his way to second. He'll get there.
He didn't get there real fast. I think Harold thought that one was out of here.
I happen to think Harold's going to have a better year this year than he had last season.
I already wrote down home run for Harold. That's really good. First hit for the Sox. All 4, well, actually 4 of the 5 hitters have hit the ball hard off Lieber. Harold gets a hit of the bat out. Takes him a little bit longer to get that timing mechanism as he drops his hands, gets the high leg kick. He'll be there, though, for opening day.
Here's Chris Snopek. Just jammed right there. Pops it up. Elster going back. And nobody's going to get it. Falls right in. There is a Major League duck snort.
The second baseman, number 5.
But regardless of that, Chris having a fine spring, hitting at 370, a couple of homers, 9 RBIs. Robbed of 2 home runs that we know of by the wind. And with runners at the corners, 1 down, that'll bring up Ray Durham. Ray hitting at 346 on the spring with a homer, and he's knocked in 5. Outfield spread out, shaded around to the left as there's a strike on the outside corner.
Well, the one area you'd like to see Ray Durham improve on would be the 30 stolen bases he had last year. He's capable of doing a lot better than that.
Well, he started so late. I really believe that Ray in his mind now knows there's no question he can steal, 50, 60 bases with no problem.
Oh, yeah. I mean, he went a whole month without even attempting a stolen base.
I'll tell you, that's last year, the last couple of months when he was running. I love to watch Ray run.
Yeah, he is fun to watch. And he's capable of hitting higher than a 275.
A ball and 2 strikes to Durham. And we talked about all the right-handers that the Sox are going to see in '97. Certainly, Ray really is more potent, certainly more dangerous on the right side of the plate.
More power.
Flips that one foul. Ron Karkovice on deck.
We're going to see a couple of right-handers at Skydome, won't we? Henkin, the Cy Young Award winner, and Clemens, I guess, will pitch the second game.
They said today Roger was going to pitch game number 1.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, which I read several days ago that Henkin was going to be the opening day pitcher.
Yeah, I heard that a long time ago. Henkin.
Henkin's
tougher.
Clemens. There's the ground ball. Mark Johnson's got it. They're going to come to the plate. They'll put the tag on Harrell. And that's out number 2.
The catcher, number 20,
So the fielder's choice 3-2. But Snopek at second, Durham at first, 2 out, and here's Karkovice. Kark hitting at 240 on the spring. Ball hit hard in the center field, but Allensworth is back there, reaches up, hauls it down. That'll retire the side. Sox threaten, can't score, and after 2 they trail by 2.
Fans of the White Sox scored 10 or more runs and win today's game. Take your ticket stubs and online chicken and biscuit.
A couple of unearned runs for the Pirates in the top of the second. And for Pittsburgh, it'll be Jermaine Allensworth. Al Martin and Mark Johnson to face Jamie Navarro.
Jermaine Allensworth.
Jermaine, just 25 years old, grounded out to Ray Durham his first trip. That's off the plate, and the count 1-0. Let up, gets it over. Well, you look at Allensworth, 25. Jose Guillen, 20 years old.
Yeah.
They got some good-looking young players.
And Gene Lamont, talking with him before the game, I asked him about Jose Guillen. He thinks he's got a chance to be an outstanding player and should make the ball club. He's thinking in terms of him on this team. And why not?
Well, every spring there are scouts that you talk to a lot that one player's name keeps coming up as a rule. And this spring, it's been Jose Guillen. Two balls, two strikes. He's gone. Strikeout number 2. So 1 out, and a reminder, be part of opening weekend on Sunday, April 6th, as the Sox take on the Tigers at 105. First 20,000 adults will receive 1997 Sox schedule posters, compliments of Miller Lite. Now, tickets, well, they're on sale at the Comiskey Park box office and by calling Ticketmaster at 312-831-1SOX. As a looper in the center field, Dave Martinez is there. And Al Martin, for the second time, goes out to David.
The first baseman, number 36, Mark Johnson.
I would think that the injury to Ventura certainly is going to clarify more things about Dave Martinez as well, being the left-handed hitter.
Well, it seems the Sox are going to face so many right-handed pitchers this year. Boy, his value
role is
just
magnified.
Oh, yeah, big time. Of course, David's hit 300 the last 2 years, and there's no reason to think he can't do better than that.
Mark Johnson reached on an error. Takes ball 1. Out in front over into the Sox dugout.
Whoa.
Darren.
Darren Lewis, Joe Nosek hiding in the corner. James Baldwin.
There's a strike. Johnson thought it was a little high, and the count moves to a ball and 2 strikes. To the big first baseman.
Yeah, Joe doesn't move too fast anymore with those knees. And how about a couple years ago, he was backing up to line up that putt, and he fell on the leg.
I tell you what, I would have given anything. He's gone, so a couple of strikeouts for Jamie here in the third. A 1-2 inning, and after 2.5, it's 2-0 Pirates.
Now please turn to page 12 in your Super program and look at the end.
Sox third, it'll be Paco, then the top of the order, Tony Phillips and Dave Martinez. As Pittsburgh on top, 2-0. Paco hitting at .315 on the spring. Last year hit .350. With a homer, knocked in 14. There's a base hit. Yes, extra bases down the right field line. But Paco just hauling going around first.
No,
and he will pull up.
That's right.
And well advised with a stand-up double. Yes, that a boy Paco.
He can hit. He's up there cutting and slashing. Not going to waste a whole lot of time in that batter's box. Paco got himself a fastball out over the plate, and he just ripped it into the right field corner. He was down. You just never know where he's going to hit the ball.
Well, that's one thing, you know where he's not going to hit it. Not going to hit it to left field.
No, well, not very often. Breaking ball or change up, he might pull.
Here's Tony. Well, I mean, he hit a wicked line drive right to Al Martin in left field. Takes ball 1.
You know, and Paco Martin might get some playing time added now to his schedule, and that's not all that bad because he's always fun to watch out there. He does a good job wherever.
2-0 the count. Well, it certainly, there's no question, opens up a plethora. A plethora.
Does that mean a lot?
A lot. Of worms. Yeah. Here's the 2-0. But as I said, I think Snopek is up to the task. Is that ball into right field? Paco now going back to tag. He does.
Uh-oh.
Here's the throw by Guillen, and they just miss it.
I'm just going to say how Guillen is already legendary at 20 years old for the great throwing arm he has in right field. He demonstrated it right there. Had that ball not carried out there a little bit farther than it would normally because of the wind, he would have gunned him down.
The center fielder, number 14, Dave Martinez.
Boy, it is fun to watch a guy like that throw. Ruben Rivera of the Yankees. Of course, Ruben now with that sore shoulder. And surgery is imminent, but I'll tell you, just don't see a whole bunch of great arms.
Oh,
All right, one out. And here's Dave Martinez, David. Like his counterpart, Jermaine Allensworth. Want to know the count?
yeah, right now you can't name a whole lot of great throwing arms in the Alpha. Mark Whitten comes to my mind, but he hasn't been an everyday player.
There's a 2 offer. Sucked up by Mark Johnson. Nice play on a tough hop as Paco scores, and that's out number 2.
The first baseman, number 35, Frank Thomas.
So a 2-1 ball game with 2 out, nobody on, and here's Big Frank. He lined hard to Allensworth. Take strike 1, and a reminder, Comiskey Park offers many options for group outings. There's pregame patio parties, individual game diamond suites, and terrace rooms available for groups of 20 or more. So for more information on group outings, just call the Sox sales department at 312-674-1000.
Well, one of the things that make Frank Thomas such a great hitter is he doesn't budge after that split finger pitch. A lot of guys will chase that splitter in the dirt and get a strike on him. Frank just calmly takes it for a ball.
High pop up in the right field. Jose Guillen. He's there, makes the catch, and that'll do it. But the Sox get on the board, lead off double by Paco Martin, and after 3 they trail it 2-1.
Ball, and it's fouled straight back by Kevin Elster. Elster, a strikeout victim his first time up, went out on some high heat. Said earlier, Elster, a pretty good high ball hitter, has had trouble with that breaking ball down, and he swings to another fastball. Kevin, 24 homers last year, 99 runs batted in for the Texas Rangers. But the Rangers did not re-sign him. He was a free agent. Splitter down low. Benji Gill got his job back after missing most of the 96 season with a back ailment. So Elster, who has had a injury-plagued career, started off with the New York Mets as one of their top prospects and was hurt so much, and last year was his real first season as a regular and really produced. So a 2-2 pitch coming up from Jamie. Got him again. Good low fastball this time on the outside corner. So Elster goes down. 4 strikeouts for Navarro.
The designated hitter, number 25, Ray Beeman.
Boy, this is tough to hit right here. May have been just out of the strike zone. It was high enough right at the knees, so it's probably right on the corner. So Navarro has struck out 3 of the last 4 Pirate hitters. Oh, there's a jam sandwich. Fouled third base side. Trey Beeman, who hit a sand wedge over the infield his last time up for a base hit, and he also scored. That was in the second inning. Is that an L wedge? Okay. I'll go with that. Good splitter. That's grounded foul in the Sox dugout. And while we have a moment, I want to send out a very happy birthday wish to Shirley Rosenbaum, lovely wife of Glenn, the Sox traveling secretary, and Scott Rosenbaum, who's watching the ball game back in Chicago. So happy birthday, Shirley. What's it like to be 29?
Oh, boy.
A lovely gal. Good fastball. Gotcha. He just paralyzed Beeman. Good heater. And that's 5 strikeouts for Navarro.
The right fielder, number 11.
And right now, let's check out this afternoon's Aflac trivia question. Who was the last Sox player to hit an inside the park homer? We'll tell you later.
Okay. Think about that a while.
Oh, you'll never get it.
They
If you
won't.
don't know it, you'll never get it.
I knew it immediately. It would happen in
You're awesome. That's just the kind of guy you are, you
the
know?
Metrodome a couple years ago. Guillen reached on an error. There's a grounder in the hole. See if Paco's got the strong arm, and he gets him. A 1-2-3 inning for Jamie Navarro. We played 3.5. Sox trail 2-1. Popped up his first time up. That was to the second baseman. Remember last year, Albert was really having problems early on in the season. I think the Sox were in there for a 4-game series. First 2 games didn't do anything. They were pitching him away and getting him out. All of a sudden, he got a base hit to right field, and that just opened things up for him. He stayed closed, and boy, he just went on to have a tremendous year. And I think that's what he's doing right now, Hawk. Looks like he's just pulling off everything, not really getting a good look at the ball.
Well, certainly it takes guys who are powerful like Albert a little longer to get things in sync. And also, you don't know exactly, it's been a tough time as far as that's broken bat right side. Tony Womack is there. He'll suck it up and throw him out. But, when you go through a trade of the epic proportions, not a trade, but a transaction like Albert did.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what, it takes a little time to get settled in.
No, hopefully he's got a couple more weeks to get, well, actually a little over a week now to get that stroke going.
I don't think that he's going to be our problem in '97.
No. Oh, I don't either. There's Harold. He fouls that fastball back. Harold doubled off the center field wall in the second inning. Outfield swung around the left field for Bainsey. And they don't have the Baines shift. A lot of teams will play 3 infielders on the right side of the field and have the third baseman virtually playing shortstop against Baines, and then shift the whole outfield around to left. Pretty standard here by the Pirates. There's a grounder up the middle, so Baines 2 for 2. Thank you very much. Pick the click update.
And let's check out our Aflac Trivia question and answer. Who was the last White Sox player to have an inside the park? Homer, and it was
Officer Ron Karkovice. That was 90? We were there.
I thought it was 2 or 3 years.
Oh, yeah, I thought it was 3 at the most. And I was thinking more in terms of 2. Snowpack can't get the split finger pitch.
Man. 1990.
Wow.
It's amazing how the days go by slowly and the years just fly by.
Forget a lot of things, too, in the middle.
Don't think about that, Whoopi.
Good fastball strike on the outside corner by Lieber. Big guy, 6'2", 220-pounder from Birmingham, Alabama. Lieber 9-5 last year in a Pirate uniform. That's pretty darn good, considering that they didn't win a whole lot. There's a shot hit hard. 2-hopper. Elster to second for 1, and they turn it. 6-4-3, and that'll do it. Sox come up empty, and after 4, Pirates lead it 2-1. Stadium on a gorgeous afternoon for baseball. Spring training 1997. Sox and the Pirates. Well, I'll tell you, they have said that this is the best weather that anyone can remember having here in Sarasota. Here's Joe Randa. He's done all the damage for the Pirates. A 2-run single coming back in the second inning. They were unearned runs. 2 errors by the Sox in that frame. 2-2-0 for the Pirates. 1-4-2 for the Sox. Randa fouls that one back just over the screen. Joe Randa will be followed by Angelo Encarnacion and then Tony Womack. Good fastball strike at the knees outside corner. I like the way Navarro's throwing the baseball. Had good command of that fastball, and that's going to be the key for him. Grounder to second. Ray Durham. 1 up, 1 down. So with Encarnacion coming up to the plate with 1 out, let's pause for station identification.
This is America's #1 sports station, WGN-TV, Chicago.
Back at Ed Smith Stadium in Sarasota, Florida with the Hawk Ken Harrelson. This is the Duke. Tom Pachor.
Big Bob.
And a cast of thousands. Skip Ellison, John Walgren. Encarnacion grounded to the pitcher, Navarro. He hits this one. He's tardy, fouls it right side. Nine in a row retired by Navarro, so he's getting stronger as this game goes on. And the elements favor the pitcher today. Very unusual here in Sarasota. The wind usually blows in from left. Will help the ball to right.
In favor of the hitter.
In favor of the hitter today. Yes, I meant. What did I say?
Why didn't you say that?
Well, usually it favors the pitcher, but today the conditions are favorable for the hitter with the wind blowing out. But Navarro pitching very well. Negating that, there's a chopper. Paco. He's got him 2 down. They're not swinging the bat. They're not hitting the ball very hard against Jamie this afternoon.
The second baseman, number 5.
Well, in case you missed it the first time, you can catch some great deals on Sox merchandise and ticket plans on Hot Time at the Old Ballpark. Join Ed Farmer, John Rooney, Dan Rowan Silkman, Big Bob, the Duke, Tom Paciorek, and myself for the special encore showing Monday night, March 31st at 1 a.m. Central.
Cool.
That's must-see TV right there. I mean, you know.
Absolutely. It's the best. Tony Womack. Takes that one down low. 1-1 on Womack. Boy, coming in, hitting .380 on the spring. Last year at Calgary, stole 37 bases, so there's that speed factor. That's a pitch grounded foul. Right side. Sox in the outfield, swung way around the left field. Big gap in right center. He slashes that one foul up in the seats. Yeah, Womack's a good-looking player. Every time we have seen him play, particularly in spring training. Speed factor. Throws some leather. He's 27 years old. And he's going to play a lot for the Pirates in '97. Navarro tries to hit the outside corner, just misses. 2-2, 2 out, top of the 5th. Joe Jones is the first base coach, and Jack Lynn, former ASU player, is over at third. There's a drive to left field. Albert Bell, it's over his head. Line drive off the bat of Womack. He's thinking 3, and here comes the relay. It's not going to be in time. So a 2-out triple by Womack. And that'll end that string of Navarro's retiring the Pirate hitters.
The center fielder, number 46, Jermaine Allensworth.
Well, there's the toughest play an outfielder has. There's a splitter. He hung it. Line drive directly over the head, and the wind helped this ball. Albert's got to take that drop step and run and get straight back. He didn't quite get there. Leaping, so Womack gets the hit, and that'll set up Allensworth with the runner in scoring position. That pitch in the dirt, 1-0.
Well, that particular play right there is not a bad play by Albert. It's just a play Albert's not going to make.
Yeah,
that ball was hard. Got up in the wind. Albert's just not going to make that play.
Ooh, up and in, misses. There's a good fastball strike on the inside. 2-1 the count. Very dangerous hitter on deck, Al Martin. Here's the guy you want, Jermaine Allensworth. Slashes this one foul right side. What was that, 9 in a row he retired, huh?
11.
I thought 11? You are correct, sir. Aha, 11.
10.
No, wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Well, you know, you bite after anything.
It was 10.
No. Oh,
Ooh,
man.
good fastball. Well, I like that pitch Jamie's got working for him. That outside corner fastball to the right-handed hitter, that is tough to get to.
Off him it is.
Oh, yeah. Of course, Tom Seaver made a living out there. 95 miles an hour at your kneecaps, and he walked them. So Al Martin, 288 career hitter coming up. Probably the most dangerous guy in this Pirate lineup. Boy, Al had a super year last year, 300 batting average, 18 homers, 72 driven in to go with 38 stolen bases. He's a good player. And the first walk issued by Jamie Navarro. So Martin, 0 for 2, is fly to center and both times up to the plate. Sox are deep and straight away in the outfield. Ooh, can't get to the high fastball as he fouls it straight back. Mark Johnson on deck. That's grounded back up the middle, base hit. That'll score a run. Allensworth on his way to third. The throw Martinez is offline. So the Pirates lead this ball game 3-1. 2-out rally by Pittsburgh. And the RBI single by Martin, his 6th of the spring.
The first baseman, number 36, Mark Johnson.
Not a whole bunch to it. Just a chopper, a lot of top spin once it hits that dirt in the infield. Durham had no chance.
Yeah, that first fastball was in a lot tougher location for Martin to get to. It was up around letter high. Couldn't get to it. That one was down. Much easier to get the barrel of the bat on the ball. And that did have a lot of topspin. So runners at the corners for Johnson. Safe on an error and scored in the second inning, and he struck out his last time up in the third. Johnson, as Hawk mentioned, has 6 homers on the spring with 23 runs batted in. So he's pretty much earned himself a job. Strike on the fastball. Kevin Elster is on deck.
What was the most homers you ever hit in one spring? Wimpy?
I think I had like 5 once.
You did?
Yeah.
Really?
Oh, yeah. I had to. Or I was going to get released. How about yourself?
Oh, I think I had 8 one year. Which was, I mean,
Oh, that's a lot.
ton.
Jeez, that's a ton. Where
Yeah.
was that, in Arizona or Florida?
No, it was Winter Haven.
That's pretty good for Florida. Usually you see the big numbers in Arizona because the ball carries so well. There's a shot. There's RBI number 24. And the throw to third base. Again. Oh, no, they had it.
Watch out. Prescott may have caught that ball in the eye.
Oh, boy. He was blocked by the body of Al Martin. The throw was there in time, and it may have ricocheted off Martin and hit Chris in the face. Well, we'll check it out on the replay here. Mark Anderson out to check up on him. Oh, yeah.
Yep, got him right underneath the right eye.
So Snopek really had no chance here. Wow. So Terry Bevington out there to check up on Snopek.
He's probably going to have a big mouse.
I hope that's all.
Yep.
Boy. Martin was sliding, but he was coming in pretty high. And he was blocking the view of Snopek.
Just look from this angle, you'll see the carom off the shoulder right here, or the arm of Martin right up into the, wow. hopefully Chris will be all right. But one thing that should not be lost in that play right there was the excellent effort by Tony Phillips, getting to it in a hurry and making a strong, accurate throw.
Yeah. The throw appeared to be there in time, but that Karam off
the arm.
Off of Martin. Yeah, whatever it hit on him. Well, it looks like Chris is going to stay in the ball game. There's another look at it. Oh, yeah, it was his arm. Yeah, sure was. Thought it was off his helmet at first. Well, it didn't hit around the eye, fortunately.
Yeah, looks like it got him right below the bone.
Yeah, maybe rattled a few teeth. Dr. Mark Anderson returning now to the Sox bench. So Pittsburgh leads at 4-1 now in the 5th inning. All this coming after 2 were out. Jamie Navarro had retired 10 in a row. And then a triple by Tony Womack. Walk to Jermaine Allensworth. Al Martin single, followed by Mark Johnson single. And it's 4-1 Buccos. 2 runners in scoring position now for Elster, who grounds this one. One hopper to Snopek. Looks to second and throws it high with Frank Thomas. Nice play by the Big Hurt. For the off-balance throw by Snopek. And that saved a couple runs on the good catch by Thomas. But the Pirates come up with 2, and halfway home they lead it 4-1. Bottom of the 5th inning, 4-1 Pirates. They have out hit the Sox 5-4. White Sox with the only 2 errors in this ball game. Chris Snopek appears to be okay on that Sox bench, so that's good news. Well, a scary moment last inning that Karam hit him in the face, but he is all right. Ray Durham takes a fastball away. Joe Randa playing way in on the grass at third. And the outfield swung around the left field as Ray fouls that fastball back. I'm going to send out a special hello to Don and Elaine Herman in Chicago from their daughters who are visiting Sarasota, watching the ball game, and having a wonderful time here in sunny Sarasota. Pitch misses, 2-1. Fish ain't biting up there. 3-1 on Durham. Well, the Sox have been in Sarasota since 1960. Before that, Tampa, California, Indiana. That must have been fun. Durham walks, and that's ball 4. Well, of course it's ball 4 if he walked. Did you ever spring train in Indiana?
No, not really.
What about Oklahoma?
No, not really.
Texas?
No.
Pasadena would be all right. Wow. Here's Ron Karkovice. Kark flied out his first time in the 2nd inning. Ooh, takes a fastball right there from John Lieber. And by the way, that was the first walk issued by Lieber to Ray Durham. Those leadoff walks, you know what happens. They always score. Durham gets back easily on the pickoff attempt. Well, on a day like today, the outfielders are certainly playing a little bit deeper than they would normally. Gap in right center for Kark to shoot for. Hits this one hard by the third baseman, Randa. There goes Durham on his way to third. Kark on his way to second. And the Sox have something going. 2 runners in scoring position. Nobody out for Paco. The Hawkeroos pick the click. Ooh, he could do some damage right here. Kark had 22 doubles last year.
He just simply rips it right by Randa. Joe Randa, pretty good third baseman. But again, that leadoff walk.
You know, what's nice to see, too, Hawk, is that Karkovice waited back on a breaking ball, hit it hard.
Cart has looked pretty good at the plate this spring.
He's looked dangerous. I like it when he's pulling the ball. Swing hard in case you hit it. He's not going to hit 300. Ooh, fastball. He threw that one right by him. So the Sox, they execute right here, should pick up 2 runs. Paco hitting it to the right side. Everybody's back except for the third baseman, Randa. Great speed at third with Durham. Try to get that runner over to third for the next hitter, which would be Tony Phillips. There's a fly to right field. Uh-oh, there's an arm out there, and Guillen. Durham fakes and doesn't go, and he very wisely did. He can throw out there.
That'll work.
Well, Paco did go to right field, but just wasn't deep enough. So Tony Phillips is going to get a chance to do some damage here with 1 out. Rando still play even with a bag at third. Everybody else back. There's a strike. A breaking ball right there, late breaker. Pirates swung around the left field, leaving a big gap in right center. Guillen way off the line and right. Fastball tails away. The count even at 1. Yeah, nice visiting with the former Nightcrawler, Wes Kruger, here with his wife, Linda. Visiting Sarasota and watching all the Sox games this week. Want to say hello to their mom back in South Holland, Illinois. And thanks for watching the Dogs, Mom. Inside breaking ball. So Tony gets a favorable hitters count here at 2-1.
How'd the camp go this spring?
Oh, it's great. We're already, I think we're sold out for next year. But Aaron Michelson, Jay Pinsky, the architects of this.
The what?
We'll be back in Sarasota next year, too. Oh, they do a great job. Wonderful time. People at the Harley Sandcastle are great. As that pitch is fouled off to the left. Good high fastball there by Lieber. Tony couldn't get on top of it. And the count even at 2.
Who were some of the former Sox players you had there?
Oh, we had, of course, Bill Melton, Moose Gowron, myself. Gary Peters was recuperating from a hip transplant, whatever. And let's see.
A hip transplant or an artificial hip?
Artificial hip. What? I said transplant? Yeah. I forget. It was one or the other. Dick Allen.
Hey, most people down here get them anyway, right?
Oh, baby. Oh, there's a jammage. I thought that was going to go over the infield, but no. So some good pitching here by Lieber.
Lieber's impressive.
Yeah.
I mean, you just watch him throw in between innings, warming up, or even the guys. It doesn't look like he's going to overpower anybody, but he's got a nice motion. He's got good control. He moves it around, changes speed, and good movement.
Yeah. Yeah, and he's consistently around the plate, too. Not making many pitches over the middle. So those runners are still there.
Gary Peters wasn't there. That was a big loss for you.
It was.
Yes.
Mr. Personality. Said that Gary's going to be a concierge over at the Motel 6.
All right. So I had to talk with Gary this morning.
I saw Gary. He's got that pain going.
Yeah. He'll be all right shortly. I'll tell you, what a good pitcher he was.
Yeah.
Wow.
With his artificial hip.
Man.
Yeah, he had one of those new operations in there. The metal one. There's a fly ball to center field. He's going to pitch out of it. Boy, the Sox can't take advantage. Second and third, nobody out, and they come up empty. After 5, it's 4-1 Buccos.
Our Southwest Airlines tail of the tape. 4-1 bad guys here as we get set to go to the 6th inning. Trey Beeman Jose Guillen. Joe Randa will face Jamie Navarro. 4 runs, 5 hits, no errors for the Pirates. A run on 5 hits and 2 errors, allowing those 2 unearned runs in the second inning for the Sox. So here's Trey Beeman. Trey is single. A looper in the left field. He scored, and also he is a strikeout victim. And once again, don't forget about April 4th, opening day at home at Comiskey Park. Buddy Bell's Detroit Tigers in town. Make your plans to be with us. There's a 2-hopper piece of cake for Durham. So 1 pitch and 1 out. And a reminder, AT&T proudly presents the first fireworks show of the season on Saturday, April 19th, as the Sox take on the Yankees at 6:05, and all fans will also receive a 1997 White Sox calendar. So for tickets, just dial 312-831-1SOX. Here's a good-looking young player, Jose Guillen. Just 20 years old, fakes a bunt, takes a strike. He's reached on an error and grounded to short. Had a chance to see him a couple of times use that terrific cannon he's got. Guillen hitting at .383 on the spring to go along with a homer and 10 RBIs. Boy, it's fun to watch good young players. I love going over to the minor league complex and watching them. Those young guys over there. Brings back a lot of memories.
Yeah, they are fun to watch. And, you know, you see all that talent just ready to get unharnessed. You know, it is. A lot of bodies, too. Good-looking, big, strong guys in camp.
There's a good piece of hitting right there by Guillen.
Wow.
Has extra bases down into the corner. Tony gets to it very quickly. Now they're going to hold up Guillen at second. Nice piece of hitting by the youngster.
Very good. You know, Guillen reminds me somewhat of a young Sammy Sosa up there. A lot of talent, can run. And Sammy had a problem with trying to pull everything. And I thought Guillen might get that. Look at no stride at all, keeping those hands back nicely. Well, that's a great job of hitting. Especially with 2 strikes on him, got a breaking ball up and out over the plate. He just smoked it where the pitch was thrown.
Here's Joe Randa. 2-run single, that was in the second, and he grounded to second the last inning. Outfield around to the right. Randa trying to go out that way, pops it up. Durham ranging back. He's there, makes the catch over the shoulder. Nice play by Ray. And that's out number 2.
Yeah, the wind caught that ball and carried it a little bit farther than Ray expected. Just looking up into that big blue sky. No sunglasses for Ray either. It's not an easy play.
Here's Angelo Encarnacion. 0 for 2. He's bounced back to Navarro and grounded to short. One of the writers were asking me the other day about my favorite parts of memories of spring training. And, you know, Wimpy, I'll tell you, when I think about spring training, very seldom do I ever think about my major league career. I always think about my minor league
Absolutely.
career. Isn't it funny how you reflect back on when somebody asks you a question, and invariably you go back to the minor league. The travails, the heartbreaks, the sadness sometimes of spring training, and then all of a sudden the elation of making a ball club and making your first big league ball club.
Oh, I remember my early spring trainings like they were yesterday.
I do too.
Every Saturday we'd go to that buffet at the Holiday Inn in Vero Beach with Lasorda carving.
Looper in the right field. Tony coming on and cannot make it. Traps it. So Guillen will score, and it's a 5-1 ball game.
Nice effort by Phillips. Just out of his reach, though. Tony gave it the old college try. I think he had a good jump on it, too. See, the ball short hops into his glove. Yeah, I can remember after we'd eat like pigs, then we'd go to bowling. Line up in teams, and the team that lost had to pay for the bowling. So whenever was sort of lost, he would arrange a deal with the manager where somehow he got it free. Oh, it was great. And hot dogs after that. Ugh.
Tony Womack, 1 for 3. Double and a run scored last inning. Facing those guys out there throwing 90, 95 miles an hour. Had no clue where it was going.
Yeah, that's true.
Getting drilled every other at bat.
Yeah, in fields where you couldn't hardly see the ball, no backdrops and stuff.
Rocks out in the end.
Oh, yeah.
Wasn't like Roger Bossert was everywhere. There's a strike. $217B on your back.
Oh, yeah.
128A
Get a bologna sandwich for lunch
every day.
with milk.
Every day.
Ugh. Maybe some tomato soup. Straight
Yeah.
tomato soup if you were really lucky. That was a treat.
Pitch popped up left side. Albert Bell. Albert's in foul territory. Makes the catch, and that'll retire the side. Another run crosses the plate for the Pirates, and after 5.5, they lead it by 4.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's time now for the
You see a youngster named Dan who's going to take his hacks. That's some water balloons, Wimpy.
first baseman, number 35.
Dan pointing to center field. I was kind of hoping Laura would beat him. He had it going.
Here's Big Frank. Frank 0 for 2. He's lined hard to center. And he's flying to right. 5 runs, 7 hits, no errors for the Pirates. A run on 5 hits and 2 errors for the Sox. There's the strike. 1-1 the count.
You know, I can't believe they still don't do that game where they put their head on the bat and spin around about 10 times and vomit on the field.
Why
and
can't you believe that?
pass over? Pass out, I mean. I like that one.
Breaking ball gets it over.
And then you have to run to second base or something. Head first, dives.
You like that? Huh?
Yeah. Yeah. Very entertaining. Very entertaining.
There's a shot base hit down into the right field corner. Nice piece of hitting right there by the Big Hurt. As Guillen gets to it, so a leadoff double.
Boy, that is a nice job. Taking what he gave him, the fastball up and away. If he tries to pull that pitch, he's going to hit a little number someplace. Frank got the fastball up and out over the plate, and he just goes with it. The long arms of Frank Thomas.
That'll bring up Albert. He has popped to second and grounded to second. Chopper to Hopper. Womack's got him, and that's out number 1. And right now, talking about Frank and hitting in front of Albert, with Albert Bell hitting behind him. One record Frank Thomas can possibly take aim at is the Comiskey Park record for most home runs in the season. There you see Dick Allen in 72 had 27. Frank in 93, 25. 24, Melton. And again, of course, Dick Allen's coming in Old Comiskey Park. Brought to you by all the good folks at Hoover as Harold Bain stands in. Takes it. Fastball strike. Harold 2 for 2, a double and a single.
Yeah, Lieber must be a lot quicker up at the plate than he looks from our vantage point. Guys just aren't pulling the trigger on that fastball.
Fastball outside. As you mentioned, last year, 9-5 with a 3.99 ERA for a team that was 73 and 89. That's good.
Yeah. Hey, that's a good hitter's park, too, that Pittsburgh. See the ball well
You say
there.
every park is a good hitter. See, I like
No, I
him.
don't.
Yes, you do.
Oakland, I never said Oakland was a good park until now. Houston's a lousy hitter's park.
Houston used to be deaf. There's a chopper right side. Nice play by Johnson. Up with it over to Lieber, who is right where he's supposed to be. That is out number 2 as Frank scores, and it's a 5-2 ball game. Beautiful play by Mark Johnson.
Yeah, Harold has a lot of topspin on this ball in that hole between first and second. Johnson, a big guy, 6'4", 5", diving. The ball's already by him. And that's when it's being left-handed comes in handy. That's a nice throw, too. Well, he got himself into as good a throwing position as he could get. Made a nice feed to Lieber.
Here's Snopek. Chris is 1 for 2. Had a little duck snort single in the second. Then in the fourth inning, he ripped one right at the shortstop. Two balls, no strikes. The wind still blowing hard out to left field. It is truly amazing that we have not had multiple home runs hit in this ball game.
Right. Not a lot of elevation, though, on balls hit today.
Navarro's thrown the ball well.
Yeah.
As has Lieber.
Yeah, you got to like the arm that John Lieber has and that good fastball he's featuring.
3-1 the count. He joined us late and did not hear. Sox still have 37 players in camp. As the count runs full to Snopek. And not too long from now, it will bell ringing time from Skydome in Toronto, Ontario, Canada. High fly ball into right field. Jose Guillen, he is there, reaches up, hauls it down. That'll retire the side. Sox pick up a run, and after 6, they trail it 5-2. Pirates leading by 3 here into the 7th inning, and some changes for the Sox. Moving into left field. Be Jeff Abbott. Lyle Mouton moves into right field in place of Tony Phillips. At first base in place of the big hurt Frank Thomas, Mario Valdez. Behind the plate, the veteran Tony Pena, and a pitching change for the Sox. Wimpy, Matt Karchner.
That Karchner in relief of Jamie Navarro. Jamie had a good outing. He gave up 5 runs, but 3 of which were earned.
Well, like he threw the ball well.
Yeah.
Walked 1 guy. 5 strikeouts.
So Matt Karchner trying to earn his way onto the staff. Swing, 1 hopper. Snopek throws him out, and there's 1 gone. That was Jeremy Germain, that is, Allensworth. So Karchner last year started strong, but didn't finish real well. 7-4 with a 5.76 ERA in 50 relief appearances. Just 61 hits and 59 in the third. That's not bad, but the 41 walks is way too high. Giving up 10 hits in 9 in the third inning. So Karchner, first pitch is a ball to Al Martin. Al 1 for 3, an RBI single in the 5th. Breaking ball, strike. Mark Johnson the follow. Pirates with a 3-run lead here in the 7th inning. Outfield deep and straight away. Misses 2-1. Karch is certainly getting it and throwing it this afternoon. Pena putting on those fingers. That one misses down low. And it's 3-1. He lost him.
Roll him up, man. Roll him up.
So with 1 out, a walk. Second walk issued by White Sox pitching this afternoon. And that'll bring up Mark Johnson. Johnson 1 for 3, an RBI and a run scorer. He has driven in 24 runs on the spring. So he is doing some severe damage, solidifying his spot in that Pittsburgh lineup this year. Kevin Elster's on deck. They're deep, swung just a little bit to pull in the outfield. There goes the runner. The throw down by Pena is high, and Martin steals it easily. He had 38 last year, so he can run. Went on the first pitch, little element of surprise, and Tony Pena couldn't get him down. So we'll see if Johnson can pull the ball in this situation and set up Elster. Oh, actually, being as there's one out, I'm sure he's going for his own RBI production. There's a grounder to shortstop. Not hit hard as Paco Martin throws him out easily. Runner in the third. And Saturday, April 5th is Kids Opening Day at Comiskey Park. Sox take on the Detroit Tigers at 1:05. All fans will receive a 1997 Magnetic Sox schedule, courtesy of Coca-Cola. Tickets are on sale at the Comiskey Park box office and Ticketmaster by calling 312-831-1-SOX.
Worcester.
Buffer and Bucketage. Here's Elster. A couple of strikeouts and a ground out. Takes a strikeout to knees outside corner. I'm just practicing up for the season.
So you're getting ready.
I got to go back to Evelyn Woods. Up high, 1-1. Can't get that one. Splitter. Now the White Sox pitching staff earned run average of 5.21 on the spring. Not too good. Sox hitting .272 as a team. Leaves something to be desired. Trey Beeman is on deck if Elster can reach. Tries to hit the outside corner with a fastball. Just misses. 2-2. That's grounded foul by Jack Lynn, the third base coach. Martin with that good speed at third base. There's a two-hopper. Paco throws him out, and that'll do it. But the Pirates threaten, come up empty. We go to the seventh inning stretch. Pittsburgh leads it 5-2. 5.579 earned run average, 28 ball games. He can strike you out. A strikeout an inning, gave up a high total of hits. Delivers to Ray Durham. Fastball misses up. Tuno's that fastball is upstairs. John Eric from Midlothian, Illinois, throws that fastball and misses away. 29 years old. He was born in Oak Lawn, home of Dr. Jack Ruby and the Ruby's Angels. 6'7", 250. Whoa. He walked him. So Durham walks for the second time.
The catcher, number 29, Tony Pena.
And that'll bring up Tony Pena.
Yeah, back on the 8th of this month, John Erics had a good inning, couple of strikeouts. Picked up the victory. The Pirates beat the Sox 9-8.
Yes, they did. He's in Fighting Illini, where he majored in kinesiology. How about that? Breaking ball misses, so ball one to Tony Pena. Also pitched at Calgary last year. There's a strike. Inside corner with a fastball. Paco Martin on deck. Sox trailing by 3 here in the bottom of the 7th inning. Pena having a good spring, 278, a homer and 5 runs batted in. Boy, Tony got some big hits against the Sox when he was in that Cleveland uniform. But if you can't get him out, you get him. 2-1, he's got a hitter's count. Looks down at the rooster. Doug Rader coaching over at third. Joe Notzik at first base this afternoon. There he is. How do you get that name, Rooster? The red hair, perhaps? There's a strike breaking ball. The fact that he walks like a rooster. He looks like a rooster.
Got his ears lowered.
Looks like it, doesn't it? Outfield swung around the right field for Tony. Good opposite field hitter. The runner goes, and Durham steals second base, but Pena strikes out.
The shortstop, number 7,
Good
Roberto
pitch down and away by Eric. Split finger pitch? Oh, it looks like a movement down and away. They couldn't get him at second base, so Paco Martino get a chance. Runner at second with 1 out here in the 7th. Paco doubled and scored, is 1 for 2. Well, he gets jammed. That's a base hit. Man, right off his fist. Here comes Durham. He's going to score. We've got a 5-3 ball game. Ow!
the right fielder,
That
number
pain
45,
feels
Jeff
pretty good right there.
It sure does. I'm happy for him.
Ow! Right off his thumbs. He got very little bat on that ball. But as luck would have it, Paco always with a smile on his face. He's 2 for 3 with that run scored and an RBI. And here's Jeff Abbott, the pride of Dunwoody, Georgia. This young man can hit. Jeff Abbott hitting at 289 on the spring with no homers and 4 driven in. He's a major league hitter. You see what he did at Nashville, 325, 14, and 60. Eriks misses with the fastball inside. Jeff 6'2", 290-pounder. There's a breaking ball strike right at the knees. Abbott has hit .345 in his minor league career. Very good. Counts 3 years of professional baseball. Outfield straightaway and deep. Whoa, he almost threw that one away. That's Dale Swaim over at first base. Boy, he's been everywhere. How many teams has Dale been on? He's been with Oakland, Milwaukee, of course. He had a great rookie year. He drove in 100 runs as a shortstop. Then he broke his leg. Sox had him for a while. That pitch fouled at home plate. Good guy. Hits the little white ball pretty well, we understand. Abbott falling behind now, 1-2 in the count. One hopper. Throw across the diamond, and they got him.
The center fielder, number 14, Dave Martinez.
So with 2 out, our next telecast on WGN will be opening day of the season. That's April 1st. Tuesday, the Sox and the Toronto Blue Jays. So tune in. That'll be a good series against Toronto. A lot of new faces there. As Dave Martinez steps in. Martin advances over the second base, so he's in scoring position. The Sox do have the tying run at the plate. David has an RBI in 3 plate appearances, is 0 for 3. They're playing him to hit the opposite way. Eric, fastball up high. So Martinez is going to get his pitch right here. Mario Valdez on deck. Boy, there's a huge gap in right center for him to shoot for. Playing him to hit the opposite way. Ooh, Lordy. Fastball right there. David not having a real good spring this year. 220 coming in with the homer. He now has 3 driven in. Look at the way they line up for Martinez. Eric delivers high heat. 3-1. David now 32 years old. Seems to be getting better with age. Takes a fastball right there again. He's working the pitcher. See?
Yeah, he's working on watching.
Yeah.
You know?
He's working on watching. Okay. You got to hit this one if it's in there. Fastball hit hard in the hole. Base hit. See, he's setting him up for that one. Here comes a throw. Oh, my. He's in there safely. He's a dead duck, though. But that's on the third base side. Wow, that was a laser coming in from right field by Guillen. I thought he was going to score uncontested when that ball was hit.
Well, you think a ground ball single, you're at second base with 2 out. No problem. I mean, no problem. Not so with the gun, the cannon of Jose Guillen out here in right field. I mean, first of all, he gets to the ball in a hurry. Makes a perfect little pro step. And as Wimpy mentioned, if that ball is anywhere close to being around home plate, Paco is gone.
Yeah. Meanwhile, Martinez, who's an outstanding base runner, gets in scoring position for Valdez. So David now with 2 runs batted in on the afternoon, and the Sox have closed to within 1. Well, he has got some kind of arm. Valdez hitting at 232. Check that, 282 with 4 homers and 9 driven in on the spring. So he has made his mark. Spring training 1997. And once again, the Pirates playing him the opposite way in the outfield. They've been doing that consistently against the White Sox lefties. Breaking ball, misses, down and in. 2-1. Well, John Lieber was very effective for Pittsburgh this afternoon, working a very solid 6 innings. Gave up just 2 runs on 6 hits. Ooh, Tardy fouls that one.
That's one of the few bad swings that we have seen Valdez have. There's a 2-1 situation right here.
Yeah.
He was looking for it, got it, and still just couldn't get it there.
Oh, he's going to have to battle right here at 2-2. Martinez getting his lead at second. Ooh, got him on the inside corner. That ball came back a little bit. May have been a splitter. And that'll do it. But the Sox close the gap. They pick up 2, and we go to the 8th. Pittsburgh leads by 1.
Imagine your feet are under attack, not by one flesh-eating predator, but many, in a feeding frenzy. That's athlete's foot. You can't just kill some. You need a potent weapon to kill them all. Lotrimin AF. Full prescription strength medicine. The brand doctors recommend more than Desinex and Mycotin. Lotrimin AF is so deadly precise, it doesn't just kill some, it kills them all. get Lotrimin AF, the killer cure, because they're always...
As Jeff Darwin comes in to work the 8th inning, 0-1 last year for the Sox, 2.93 earned run average, 22 appearances. He was a good pitcher for the Sox, 30 and 2/3 innings. He struck out 15. Good control with 9 walks. And in this spring, 10 hits given up in 9 innings of work. He's got a 2-point earned run average, so Jeff doing a nice job. Beeman is the hitter. And he's 1 for 3 and has scored a run. There's a fastball, misses down low. 2-0. Sox shallow in the outfield, even though the wind is blowing out. Jose Guillen on deck. And he's a little late on that fastball, fouls it off to the left. So, before we see the next pitch, let's pause for station identification.
This is America's #1 sports station, WGN-TV, Chicago.
Back at Ed Smith Stadium with Ken Harrelson, Tom Paciorek from spring training 1997 as that pitch is swung through.
And we got a new shortstop out there, Brandon Moore, out of Springville, Alabama. 241 hitter last year at Prince William.
Whoa.
Out of Auburn.
So Brandon getting a shot here. That pitch misses down low. The count goes full. Well, Paco Martin moved over to third. So Snopek is done for the afternoon. Fastball hit hard. Valdez gets down on one knee. That's the way to make that play. And there's one gone.
And a reminder, all kids 14 and under attending the Sunday's April 20th Sox game against the Yankees will receive a baseball bat, courtesy of the Chicago Tribune. And tickets for that 105 game are available by dialing 312-8311-SOX. It's Sunday, April 20th, the Sox and the Yankees. A baseball bat.
A baseball bat. How many do they get? Off the end of the bat, Brandon Moore can't get it. Just underneath his glove. So that'll be a single for Jose Guillen.
The third baseman, number 16.
He's 2 for 4. He had 24 stolen bases last year at Lynchburg. I wouldn't be surprised if he would take it off right here.
That's a great concept for him, you know.
Well, I'm analyzing the game, seeing what would be in the best interest of the Pirates right here. Try and get that runner in scoring position. Throw over the first base. That's one thing Gene Lamont's going to have to do a lot of this year is run the bases.
Well, as we talked at the top, the Pirates have a chance to have themselves a lot of fun this season. They're not expected to win. They're going to have a lot of young players on their team, a lot of guys who still have to learn how to play the game. Little looper in the right field. That's trouble. Lyle Mouton will not be able to get there as it falls in. So with one out, a couple of men aboard for Pittsburgh.
The catcher, number 15, Keith Osick.
As we were talking with Vuk prior to the game, Pete Vukovich, the pitching coach, all the coaches, the manager, the players, and the Pirates are going to have a lot more fun this season regardless of their record than a lot of teams in baseball.
Oh, sure. Well, I think they're going to be real competitive. I don't know how many games they're going to win. You can flip a coin on that, but they do have good overall team speed, and that's going to help them win some games. Keith Osick.
The catcher, new catcher.
Yeah. In for Encarnacion. There's a good strike on the outside corner. 2 runners on here in the top of the 8th inning, 1 out. Tony Womack is on deck for Pittsburgh. Pirates 9-12 on the spring. Sox are 9-14. As that fastball tails inside. Martinez moving around a bit in center field. the runner was tagging at second, but he is going to be safe at home plate. That's Jose Guillen. There's a ball that should have been caught. The wind got a hold of it. Jeff Abbott turned properly, and then all of a sudden, when he started backpedaling, the wind blew it over his head.
Elements got him. As we were talking earlier about the wind blowing hard out to left field, you certainly have to do it. Right here is just nonchalantting a little bit. Now all of a sudden he knows he's in trouble, cannot make the play.
Well, that's a helpless feeling when you're backpedaling, because most of the time you're on your heels too, and you don't run too fast backpedaling. Michael Jordan runs pretty fast backpedaling, but most guys don't. So that'll be a double for Orsic, as Tony Womack's going to have a chance to do some damage right here. He takes strike one. 2 runners in scoring position. The infield is in. Womack, a triple in 4 trips to the plate this afternoon. Boy, if he pulls the ball, he's got a good chance of getting a knock. Everybody playing him to hit the opposite way as that pitch misses inside. 1-1. Jermaine Allensworth is on deck. Slaps this one foul. Out of play. Somebody will get a souvenir. Happy camper.
Well, a reminder that in case you missed it for the first time, you can catch some great deals on Sox merchandise and ticket plans on Hot Time at the Old Ballpark. Be sure and join Ed Farmer, John Rooney, Dan Roy, and the Silkman, Big Bob, the Whipperoo, John Patroik, and myself for the special encore showing Monday night, March 31st at 1 a.m. Central.
Oh, yes. That pitch fouled back to the screen. Womack cutting and slashing up there. He's a tough man to strike out. And that's what the Sox need right here, a pop-up in the infield. Slashes that one foul. Breaking ball. He caught that one off the end of the bat. So we'll do it again. 1-2. Jamie Navarro worked 6 innings, gave up 5 runs, 3 of which were earned. He had 5 strikeouts and just 1 walk. I like the way he threw his fastball. Ooh, coming inside, and he hit him. He tried to either cut a fastball or run a slider in there. But no. Bases are loaded now with 1 out. So Allensworth is going to get a chance to be a hero. He's 0 for 3 with a walk. Does have a run score on the afternoon. There's a fastball strike. Oh, and 1. Oh, that pitch misses on the outside. Shank off the Sox dugout. So 1-2 on Allensworth. Emil Brown is on deck. Betting Al Martin's spot in the lineup. That pitch up high, 2-2. So Jeff Jarwin trying to reduce the damage as he misses outside and it goes full. Minimize the damage, that is. He's got 1 run in, bases loaded with 1 out. He jams them in the left center field. That's going to fall in front of Abbott. 1 run will score. They're going to stop the runner at third. So an RBI single for Allensworth.
On fielder number 19, Emil Brown.
And Emil Brown will get a chance.
It's been a tough inning for Darwin. A little soft hit ground ball by Guillen. Little soft single into right field by Aranda. Ball hit in the left that should have been caught.
Yeah.
Little duck snort by Allensworth.
Oh.
Yeah, they changed that to an error. It should have been.
Yeah. Yeah, that was a very catchable ball, so there'll be some unearned stuff as that pitch catches the outside corner. Dale Swaim is on deck. In for Mark Johnson.
Emil Brown out of Chicago. He had a good game back on the 6th against the Sox.
Yeah. With Modesto last year. That's right. That was the 8th. That's grounded foul. Wide of third. So it's 7-4 Pittsburgh. They have out-hit the Sox 10-8. White Sox with 3 errors on the afternoon. Sox have not been throwing the leather this spring. 3 errors. Now have 31. In this, the 24th game. Ooh, that pitch called high. Sox think Brown is going to hit the opposite way. There's a huge gap in left center between Martinez and Abbott. That pitch hit high to right field and deep. Uh-oh, the wind's got it. It's over Mouton's head. 2 runs are going to score. Looks like 3 being waved home now. And that'll be a 3-run double for Emil Brown.
Just got it up into this wind, and it carried it over the head of Lyle Mouton, who was in at normal depth where he should have been. One of those innings right here that Jeff Darwin just soon rewind and forget about it.
I think we can get a mulligan on this one. 10-4 as Swaim steps in. Dale Swaim. Switch hitter takes the fastball strike. Well, he had a good year at Calgary. 300 with 23 homers, 84 driven in. Ooh, good splitter right there. Well, he's done some damage this spring. 5 homers, 13 runs batted in for Swaim. Hitting at 300. Man. Yes, sir. Got him. Fastball right there at the knees.
The shortstop, number 62, Kevin Pogovich.
Kevin Pogovich. Dubjab will hit. Nice pitch at the knees. That pitch misses away. Pitch misses down low. 2-0. Runner at second base. They've got 5 in this inning for Pittsburgh.
Kevin out of the University of Florida. Resides in Auburn, New York. Last year at Calvary. 274. A homer, knocked in 46.
Did you say Calvary?
No, Calvary.
Oh. That pitch is grounded left side. Paco. Did he tag him? And he throws it away.
He called him out.
He
Went out of
tagged
the
him.
baseline.
Oh, I guess. Looked like he tagged him from here, and then he threw it up way over the head of the first baseman. That'll do it mercifully. The inning ends. 5 runs for the Pirates, and after 7.5, it's 10-4 Pittsburgh.
And they lead it 10-4 as Lyle Mouton will lead it off. And he will be facing a new Pirate pitcher, Elmer Desmond. Just off the outside corner. 10 runs, 11 hits, no errors for the Pirates. 4 runs, 8 hits, and 3 errors for the Sox. Elmer descends, we understand.
I think they're interchangeable. He's from Hermosillo, Mexico. 6 foot, 185 pounds. Old number 71.
3-1 the count to Lyle.
Looking at his numbers, he's not going to punch a lot of people out.
Ooh, pretty good rip right there by Mouton. Why isn't he going to do that? Descend. That's it.
Yeah.
That ball smoked into center field. Allensworth has to trap it. So a leadoff single for Lyle Mouton. Boy, he hurt it.
Yeah, Lyle's first at bat of the afternoon. Albert Bell was 0 for 3. Got a fastball up and out over the plate. I'd say if you don't throw real hard, you don't have a good high heater, Lyle Mouton's going to get you.
Here's Harold Baines. Harold 2 for 3 with an RBI. Outfield straight up, spread out. Joe Randall well off the bag at third as that pitch misses down low. Brandon Moore, the on-deck hitter. Checks it up, takes a strike. Nice pitch by Descends. Wind still blowing, shifted a little bit, blowing straight out towards center field. It has been a very windy day. Carroll fouling that one down. And the count 1-2. And a reminder, all fans attending the games against the New York Yankees on April 18th and 19th. Also the 20th will receive a 1997 Chicago White Sox calendar. So for tickets, just dial 312-831-1-SOX. 18th, 19th, and the 20th. Sox and the Yankees, and also you'll receive a 1997 Chicago White Sox calendar. Here's a 1-2 pitch. Right side off the glove of Dale Swain. Mouton will be safe at second as Harold will at first.
The shortstop, number 56.
Base hit. See, Swain was playing behind the runner. Just couldn't quite get there. I think he might hit off the heel of his glove. A lot of topspin on that one. So Brandon Moore's going to get an opportunity with a couple people aboard here.
As we mentioned, Brandon out of Auburn University. Off the glove of Descends. Tony Womack makes the recovery, so it'll be a 1-4-3 put out. Nice play by Womack.
The second baseman, number 5, Ray Durbo.
That ball hard right back up the middle off the pitcher's glove. And Womack, who has been impressive, see him charging. One quick step, the off-balance throw is perfect.
Well, Brandon Moore set the school record at Auburn by starting 242 games.
Wow, that's a lot of games.
Here's Ray Durham. That ball hit hard, hooking foul. Right size, wrong shape. Ray 0 for 1 with a couple of walks. A run scored, stolen base. Lyle Mouton at third, Harold Baines at second. One and one to count. Pirates, if you're joining us late, with 2 in the second, both those unearned off Jamie Navarro. 2 in the fifth, 1 in the sixth, 5 in the top half of this frame. Sox with singletons in the third and sixth, and 2 in the seventh. And with all that wind we've had all afternoon, still no home runs in this ball game. Truly amazing.
It is amazing. Really nothing's hit. Oh, Harold hit the fence in center field on that double early.
Two-one delivery. Off the leg of Descends. Everybody's going to be safe as Mouton scores. And it's a 10-5 ball game.
What does Descends have, a bullseye on him or something? The second consecutive hitter that's hit him. That ball hit hard off his leg, off his right leg there. It keeps Harold Baines from scoring. Well, Tony Pena's got a chance. Runners at the corners and 1 out.
Tony's been to the plate 1 time, struck out. That was last inning. Good lead by Durham. Long set by Elmer Descends. There's that pitch, strike on the outside corner.
Well, you can see Descends does not have a real good fastball. He's going to have to spot that thing just like he did right there in the first pitch to Pena, right on the corner at the knees.
Yeah, he's got to be fairly pinpoint.
Good break.
There's a chopper taking shortstop right to the bag. Womack steps on it, cannot turn it as Harold scores, and it's 10-6.
The third baseman, number 7, Norberto Martin.
Here's Paco Martin. Paco's 2 for 3, a double, a run scored, RBI single. Paco coming in to this ball game hitting a .315 on the spring. Dale Swain playing behind Pena. Outfield around to the right, huge gap in left center. There's a breaking ball, no. And once again, in case you have not heard by some chance, Sox took a hard hit last night, a big hit, in the loss of Robin Ventura. Or they expect 3.5 to 4 months when he broke his leg sliding in the home plate against the Boston Red Sox. Broke his leg and dislocated his ankle. Chris Snopek at this juncture, the third baseman. We talked about, in my opinion, certainly in my opinion, he's up to the task. He can handle the job. The 1-1 up high.
Well, we have seen Chris play some very good defense. Of course, you know, his play last year was sporadic, and you know, you really couldn't expect a whole lot when you're not getting that daily diet of facing major league pitching. He had 6 homers last year, limited amount of playing time.
Yeah, he did that in 46 games. That ball hit in the right center field. Allensworth off the end of his glove. That Wynn took it out there. So Tony Pena, 39-year-old veteran, he's chugging around third. He'll score. And it's a 10-7 ball game on the RBI double by Paco Martin. Yeah.
Left fielder number 45, Jeff Abbott.
Well, Paco, he's not going to hit the ball in the pull zone very much. Got this one out over the plate, and he hammers it in that gap in right center. Well, he just stays on everything. That's why he's so dangerous with that inside-out swing that he uses. Hands before the barrel of the bat, and that head down.
And the new pitching coach for the Pirates, Pete Vukovich. Out to the mound, and while he's conversing with his pitcher, reminder, don't miss the first Applebee's Kids Day on Sunday, April 20th, as the Sox take on the Yankees at 1:05. Now, there will be a pregame player autograph session, and after the game, all kids ages 14 and under will be allowed to run the bases, weather permitting. Admission for kids accompanied by an adult is just $1 when the tickets are purchased at the Comiskey Park box office on the day of the game only. That's Sunday, April 20th, the first Applebee's Kids Day. Jeff Abbott takes ball one. Jeff's been in the plate one time, grounded out to Joe Randa. And I guess fix the click just about sewn up.
Thanks.
Pitch tailing in on the fist, fouled away.
What do you mean?
Well,
Are you saying Paco beat Harold?
yes.
All right, let's talk about this a little bit.
Paco's
Three.
Harold's 3 for 4, a double, 2 singles, and a run scored with an
Right.
RBI.
Right.
Paco is 3 for 4, 2 doubles, a run scored, and 2 RBIs.
Well, you're going to get picky on me now, huh? Well, we still have the 9th inning, you know.
Okay. Prolong it.
Harold will appear in the 9th.
2-1 pitch to Jeff Abbott. Chopper, Tony Womack on the big hop. Over to Dale Swain. That'll retire the side, but the Sox come up with 3 runs, and we'll go to the 9th. They trail it 10-7.
And presently, Hot Restaurant.
3 lifetime against Abbott. Get out of here. Way back. Anderson looks up. You can put it on the board. Yes. On today's Discover Card playback, Chris Snopek made the most of his starting assignment last April versus the California Angels. His home run in the first at bat tied the game, and the Sox went on to win it. 3rd run by Chris Snopek this season, and this game is I like the Discover Card playback.
That's good.
Trey Beeman will face Roberto Hernandez here in the top of the 9th inning. Pirates lead it by 3 as there's some gas on the inside corner.
He froze him with
Hello.
that pitch.
Beeman, 1 for 4, had a single in the 2nd inning and also scored a run. 10-11-1 for the Pirates, 7-11-3 for the good guys. That fastball is by him, and the count 0-2.
Well, Roberto with a 4.15 earned run average on the spring. From what we've seen of him, every time he's gotten hit hard, he's been working on that split finger pitch. Trying to refine it, you know?
Well, there's nothing wrong with it. That's what
There it is again.
he's trying to do. Is that's off the glove of Brandon Moore. So Trey Beeman, that should be a base hit. He's 2 for 5.
The right fielder, number
Roberto's numbers last year, 6 and 5, a 1.91 earned run average, and he had a couple tough outings there at the end. Look at this. Hits per innings pitch was outstanding with a strikeout per inning. 38 walks. He was awfully good. He's got 12 strikeouts and 8 1/3 innings of work so far, just 5 hits allowed.
Here's the right fielder, Jose Guillen. He's 2 for 4. Couple runs scored. Sox defensively in the outfield have Jeff Abbott in left, Dave Martinez in center, Lyle Mouton right. Around the horn, Mario Valdez at first, Ray Durham at second, Brandon Moore, the shortstop, Paco Martin at third, and the battery of Tony Pena and Roberto Hernandez. He takes that pitch, and the count evens at 1. Boy, it's been hard to get Robin out of our thoughts all day long, hasn't it?
Oh, yeah.
I mean, just regardless of.
Very somber atmosphere today.
There goes Beeman. High gas. Pena from the knees. Not in time. Frank told me when he went up to Robin last night, when he broke his leg and dislocated his ankle, Robin looked up and said, well, it's not going to hurt my speed. I mean, do you realize the pain that he was in? The 1-2 pitch. Hey, I like this kid. Man.
He's a battler up there.
20 years old. Got one of the best throwing arms in all of baseball. He's just fun to watch.
Yeah.
Most of the time, when you see a guy who can throw like he can, even though his records and numbers don't show it, home run wise, most of the time those guys are going to hit some home runs for you. As Brandon Moore sucks it up, goes over to Mario Valdez. That's out number 1 with Beeman moving into third.
Third baseman, number 16, Joe Randa.
And once again, a reminder, our next telecast right here for WGN will be opening day from Skydome in Toronto, Ontario, Canada. The Sox and the Jays just around the corner. Hello. Here's Joe Randa. He's 2 for 4. Run scored, knocked in a pair. Sox with the infield in. Takes ball 1.
You know, Randa hit 303 last year for Kansas City in the first. I remember the first time we saw him, he was
280,
like,
didn't he?
No, 303. Yeah. And he
You
was
wanna
like
bet
under 100. Yes, I would. Look at this. That's how he did it.
Boy, you don't want to get sawed off.
Man.
Man.
We've seen a few of those this afternoon.
Yeah, off Jeff Darwin in the one inning.
They've gone through a bad order.
All right. It's 11-7.
Read it and weep. That'll be the last time that bat is used. Ow!
Oh, they can put a little tape on that.
They
As
will.
Keith Osick stands in. He hit a line drive in the left field, got up in that wind, and carried over the head off the end of the glove of Jeff Abbott. He gave Jeff an arrow on that play. 11-13-1 for Pittsburgh. 7-11-3 for the Sox. I owe you 3 golf balls, Wimpy.
Good. Make sure they're good ones.
With the stripes.
No, 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 no. Uh-oh.
That's into left center field. Abbott giving chase. He's there this time. Makes the play.
All right. Well, Jeff doesn't have blazing speed, but right there, he got a good jump. As soon as that ball was hit, he saw the barrel of the bat.
The second baseman, number 5.
Crossover
Tony
step
Ford.
right into that gap as that ball carried out there pretty good. Good angle on the ball also.
Here's Tony Womack. Tony, 1 for 4 last time up. Last inning was hit by a pitch. I still can't believe it. You know one thing, Randa hurt us a couple of times with some big bases last year.
Yeah.
Tony getting the hit out right there. Hooks it foul into the seats. Souvenir. Joe Randa. Wales, Wisconsin. Splitter. 2 balls and a strike. Joining us late, fine job by John Lieber. Right-handed starter as Womack lines out. The Jeff Abbott never retired the side, but 1 run crosses the plate. We'll go to the bottom of the 9th. This is Pirates by 4. Martinez Stadium in Sarasota. Final spring training game coming your way right here over WGN Sports. 11-7 Pirates. Dave Martinez to lead off, and he will be facing a new Pirate hurler. 29-year-old right-hander Dave Wainhouse out of Kent, Washington. Dave 1 for 4 with an RBI. Wainhouse last year 1-0 with a 5.70 ERA and 17 appearances for Pittsburgh. Dave out of Washington State University. A teammate there of John Olerud. Oh, good pitch by Wainhouse in on the 5th. Played for the 1988 Canadian Olympic team in Seoul. How about that, Whippy?
He got soul.
Pirates up 11-7. Mario Valdez on deck. Outfield, for the most part, straight up there, spread out. As he nails the outside corner with a sinker. And the count moves to 1-2. David jamming himself right there, which is an easy pitch to do. Breaking ball coming in from the right-handed pitcher to the left-handed hitter. You start to go out there, all of a sudden here it comes, and too late. How many times did you jam yourself?
Oh, many times. I jammed myself or the pitcher jammed me.
Has flipped into left field. And that is out number 1.
Maybe too numerous.
Emo Brown making that catch. Too numerous.
Yeah.
To list, huh?
Yeah, when I was really going bad, it was like 4 jam shots a game.
I used to love to watch you hit. You know, with all the tape on the thumbs.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Here's Mario Valdez. And really taking, you know, those soft broken bat line drives into a higher echelon, an art form.
Yeah.
Right inside the right field line.
I had a plethora of those. I created a nuance.
The whipperoo. Fun to watch. Here's the 2-0 pitch to Mario. There's a strike. A pretty good pitch on the outside half.
Hey, you never knew what I was going to do on defense either.
No, you were steady Eddie. You were steady Eddie for the most part, except that time I saw you get hit in the top of the head with that foul ball.
That beanie went right in my skull.
Right on top of the beanie.
Yeah, that hurt.
I wouldn't know. I'll just
Never
take your
got
word
hit in
for
the
it.
beanie. Trust me.
A 3-1 pitch. Watch out. Had to play back. Over the roof. So a full count to Mario Valdez out of Hialeah. Boy, he's had himself. He's really had a nice spring. He has grabbed some attention. People now know who he is, including scouts from other organizations.
Oh, yeah.
There's a soft 2-hopper. Swaim's got it. Over to Wainhouse, and it's out number 2.
Right fielder number 28, Lyle Buta.
Here's Lyle. Lyle's been to the plate one time. He hit a rocket last inning, leading off into center field. Take strike 1. Still no home runs in this ball game, which is utterly amazing. Boy, that wind is howling out the left field.
Best hitters that we've had.
We've seen.
Yeah.
As I mentioned earlier, when it causes you to move your automobile, you know it's a good hitter's day.
It's very true.
Got it on the fist. So Wayne House moving the ball in and out. Fastballs in, breaking ball out to the right-handers. Sinkers away and breaking ball into the left-handers.
Not a bad way to approach your work.
That breaking pitch. The ball, 2 strikes, 2 out here in the bottom of the 9th, and it's 11-7 Pittsburgh.
Whoa. Well, that one will get your attention.
Ooh, I guess it did. Now right there, a little more oomph in that swing.
Lau can make him throw that fastball down on him. Well, I'll tell you, he could put up some tremendous numbers.
Well, he's got to make him get the ball down. When he does, he is dangerous.
Ooh. Close.
Off the inside corner, so a full count. Sox down to their last bullet here in the bottom of the 9th inning. He's gone, and that'll do it. So Dave Wainhouse comes on, has himself a 1-2-3 frame. Final score in our last televised game from spring training over WGN. Pirates win 11-7, and Wimpy and I'll be back to wrap it up right after this. Game from F. Smith Stadium in Sarasota for the Pittsburgh Pirates. 11 runs, 13 hits, 1 error. They stranded 8 for the Sox. 7 runs, 11 hits, 3 errors. They left 6. So Wimpy, I'll tell you, a good outing by Jamie Navarro, going 6 strong innings. He did give up 5 runs, but only 3 were earned. 1 walk and had 5 strikeouts. He threw the ball well.
Yes, he did. I was really pleased with the way Jamie threw his fastball. He spotted it in and out very nicely. He got hurt on a couple of hanging split finger pitches. I think Jamie is one of those guys, a lot like Jack McDowell. The more he takes off of that pitch, the more effective it's going to be for him during the '97 season. Act more as a changeup. But I was pleased with the way Jamie threw his fastball. John Lieber, I tell you, I liked him from a Pittsburgh standpoint too. He had good stuff for the Pirates.
Well, Sox did have a scare in the 5th inning when Al Martin was sliding into third base. And, of course, most of you have heard by now, Robin Ventura, who last night broke his leg and dislocated his ankle. He's gone for 3.5, 4 months. And Snopek had one deflected right off. It looked like his lip on the right side of his face. So, indeed, a break. But right now we have the hitting coach for the Chicago White Sox, Billy Buck, down in the dugout. Billy, you there with us?
Yeah, Hawk, how you doing?
Good, babe. All right, Billy, here we not too much longer to go, about 8 games left, and give us your evaluation of the offense so far this spring.
Well, I'm not real happy with the way things are going right now. Obviously, you know, Albert hasn't been, you know, seeing the ball real well. Hasn't been getting good swings. If he was getting good swings, I wouldn't be concerned. But last couple games, a little tentative. Seems to be coming out of there and just kind of flipping at the ball, not getting good swings. Frank had a base hit today, hit a couple balls hard, but you know, we've got to pick the pace up a little bit. And of course, Robin being out, that's kind of a big disappointment because he was playing real well and having a good spring. But overall, you know, some of the guys, the bottom of the order, have you know, been doing a good job. And what we need, you know, Carco and Ozzie and Ray have been doing a pretty good job, but we need the front of the lineup to pick it up a little bit. Harold had 3 hits today, and you know Harold's going to be there. But you know, we have a veteran team. The guys trying to get ready, and they know what they need to do. But it's getting close. Time to pick up the pace a little bit.
Well, it's tough to flip that light switch on and off, you know, coming on, especially when you're trying to win a divisional title. The thing, though, you know, historically, Frank has not been a good power hitter in spring training. As you mentioned, Harold with 3 hits today. Harold, if you had to look at what he hit in the spring, he'd never go north.
No, he's a slow starter, and you know, everybody knows, and Harold knows, he needs to hit the ball straight away, and he's been pulling the ball too much. He did get a couple base hits to center field today, which was good to see. And Harold's going to be ready. You know, he's a competitor and quiet guy in his own way, but he's very competitive. And Frank will be there. Frank just, you know, he needs to get a little mad and come out, and it's tough. It's a tough part of spring training. It's we're getting close now where guys are starting to get a little edgy, and they want to play good now. So it's good. I like seeing them get a little mad, get upset. If you're not playing like you should be playing, go out and get it done.
Well, Albert got off to a notoriously slow start last year coming north, and the thing about it is that you mentioned earlier he was flipping at the ball. If you had to put your finger on one thing that Albert's doing wrong at the plate right now, what would it be?
Well, he's just coming off his backside and raising up, and when you do that, you can't use your backside. You can't get the bat started. So it looks like you're trying to take a good swing, but if it's not there, you can't do it. So he just needs to. I think he's trying to hit. He knows he hasn't hit a home run, Frank. He's trying to. He's trying to hit the ball before you see. You got to see it first, then you got to hit it. And right now, he's hitting it before he sees it.
Well, the left-handers are going to have to provide some oomph for this ball club, especially now with Robin being out for 3.5 or 4 months.
Yeah, definitely. And Snopek had a good spring, and it's a nice opportunity for him. But Robin Ventura was one of the better players in the league. He was a great third baseman, and I think that. He had a good year offensively, but I think he would have been even better this year. He made some adjustments, and he's going at the ball a little nicer, and he felt real good about himself. But that's part of the game, and we got to suck it up, and we still have plenty of horses to compete, we're not going to throw in the towel. I think today was kind of a tough day because everybody was a little bit down, but we're professionals. We'll have to regroup.
All right, Billy Buck, thanks for the time, big guy. Best of luck this coming season. We'll be back with more right after this. Couple of Sox there as bases loaded. Joe Randa at the plate, Wimpy.
And he got a breaking ball right here from Jamie Navarro upstairs, and Randa goes nicely to right field. That drove in 2 runs and really set the pace for the Pirates' 11-7 victory this afternoon.
And a reminder, our next White Sox telecast on WGN will be opening day April 1st from Skydome in Toronto, Ontario, Canada. The producer-director of White Sox baseball on WGN is Skip Ellison. Our associate producer, John Walgren. The executive producer of WGN Sports is Bill Borson. So for my partner, the Whimperoo, Tom Paciorek, this is a Hawk Ken Harrelson. So long, everybody.
Chicago White Sox baseball on WGN. Brought to you by Miller Lite, who reminds you that anything can happen at Miller time. Your local Ford dealer. See your local Ford dealer today and see why there's more to afford. Coca-Cola, always ahead, always Coca-Cola. Hoover, nobody gets the dirt like Hoover. Nobody. Toyota and their full line of quality cars and trucks. Aflac.